Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. This is Market Today and I'm Sakshi Batra. Here we talk to you about the market trends, the current movement that you're able to see on the benchmark indices, the sectoral action, and also all the stocks that are buzzing in trade. We'll get you expert views, especially on the kind of buzz that we are getting in the hospitality, in the tourism and the allied services sector as well. And this is amidst the huge demand for G20 and then the World Cup starting, and therefore this entire space is buzzing. Should you be participating to take the benefit of all of this, and which are the stocks that should be on top of your radar? We'll discuss all of it with an expert, but first up, a quick check on the benchmark indices as well. Remember, it's the F&O expiry session for the series, and we've seen that after five straight months of winning, the benchmark indices, Nifty and the Sensex, are poised to end this series on a negative note. You can see both the benchmarks now slipping into the red. 19,305 currently on the Nifty, 42 points down. 95 points of a decline for the Sensex. It slipped below the 65,000 mark too, 0.1% lower for this one. It's the broader markets where definitely all the action is. Even on today's trading action, it's the small cap 100 index that's still hovering near its all-time high levels, 12,204 currently. About 0.6% of a surge is what you can see, or half what percent of a move is what you can see. Sorry. When we talk about the mid-cap 100 index, that's the index that's still higher by about 0.1%. When we talk about the other sectoral indices, remember most of the sectors are now incrementally turning under pressure, be it metals, be it financial services, healthcare, banking, oil and gas, and also the FMCG space as well. Banks clearly are not participating, and therefore you can see 226 points of a fall for the Nifty Bank. 44,000 levels still held on, but will it be protected towards the end of the session is the question. Half odd percent of losses coming in. So where are the bright spots? The Nifty IT sector definitely lending some support to the market, stemming the fall that you're seeing. Half odd percent of gains coming in for this one. Autos are buzzing. Remember, tomorrow will also be the auto sales numbers that we will be tracking. The realty space has been on an uptrend for the last few sessions, and it continues to be buzzing as well. Among the Nifty, stocks as well, most of the stocks are now looking, slipping into trade, barring some gains coming in on stocks like Coal India, HCL Technologies. You can also see some gains coming in on Tech Mahindra, Maruti Suzuki. That's a stock that's up by 2%. 9995 currently 10,000 on its way. But HDFC Life Insurance, Hindalco. So some of the metal names, some of the IT names that are holding up in trade. Geo Financial Services, the 51st stock of the Nifty, that's up by 5%. 2 days of consecutive, upper circuits is what we've already witnessed on the stock. But it's the Adani stocks that are still slipping amid fresh allegations that have emerged from OCCRP as well. But let's get in our guest for the day. Mr. Kranti Batini joins in. He's the Director Research at Wealth Mill Securities. Welcome, Mr. Batini, and thank you so much for taking the time out for this discussion. First up, your thoughts on the overall markets. We've been seeing a very, very narrow range on the Nifty. It's failing to cross the resistance zone of 19,400, 19,500. In the last few weeks or so, we've just seen 19,200 to 19,400 kind of levels on the Nifty. Nothing is really happening there. Similarly, for the Nifty Bank, it's down by about 1,400 odd points already for this series, down by about 5 odd percent. Or 3-4 odd percent, for this entire series for the Nifty Bank. So these two major heavyweights are actually not really moving the markets. The action largely remains in the mid and the small cap space. What would you really advise investors to do in this current market setup?
Absolutely, Sakshi. Good afternoon. And yes, you are rightly mentioned that market got stuck up in a narrow range. Of course, the consolidation is taking much longer than expected. Markets are not able to move above 19,500 level. That's where the major resistance is coming for the market. And what we can see is the much more action is there in the mid and small cap stocks, apart from the indices are concerned. So there is a lot of buzz in the mid cap stocks at this point of time. So investors need to have that multi allocation between the large caps as well as the mid caps at this point of time. The consolidation phase can be continued for next couple of weeks. That's what we can anticipate. But the major news we can expect in the coming days is the G20 meetings are going to kickstart, and all the heads of the states will be lined up towards joining in Delhi. So that's where the buzz and action is going to be. And Indian markets is right now much focused market, and the favor and the flavor of the market is spreading across the globe, and all the nations are looking to take their pie in Indian markets. We should not forget yeah, the main theme at this point of time. So we are on a bull rally, but we are taking just a consolidation phase right now. Any consolidation phase, any dip in the Indian markets is going to be a very good opportunity for the investors, Sachi.
Okay, let's talk about a space that's in fact doing much better despite the overall muted trend on the benchmark indices, and that's the buzz that you are feeling in the hospitality and the tourism space. If we look at all the hotel stocks, most of them are buzzing in trade. Charlotte Hotels at a record high level. You're looking at a strong move or coming in on Indian hotels, on Lemon Tree Hotels, EIH Hotels as well. A lot of these names are flying away, and of course there is buzz around G20 and the World Cup going forward in September, October, and therefore many parts of India are already witnessing a surge in the average room rate prices, occupancy levels when we talk about the hotels as well. Now, the big question is, amidst this kind of a demand surge, is there an investment opportunity that you as an equity investor should look at? And that's what we want to ask you, Mr. Batini. How are you looking at the hotel space particularly first, and then we will come to the allied services space as well?
Yes, actually, there will be a robust demand for the hotel stocks are concerned, hotel rooms are concerned at this point of time, that we can truly reflect on the stock prices in the market, and that's getting translated the demand for hotel stocks on Indian markets. Well, you mentioned the right point, the G20 and also G20. It's not only spread across, the meetings are spread across all the major metros in India, and also the coming World Cup. And also, Sakshi, one thing we need to take into cognizance is the corporate travel has increased. People were doing Zoom calls earlier. Right now, they have started preferring the in-person meetings at this point of time, and that trend is coming back again. That's what we can see in the aviation and also the hotel demand is concerned. So the corporate travel also coming back. People have been started traveling, and they are liking in-person meetings and the virtual meetings at this point of time. So put together, it is translating into greater demand in the travel and tourism and hospitality industry is concerned.
Okay. So any top picks and target prices that you'd like to share here?
Sakshi, at this point of time, what we witnessed is in the past 2 quarters, there is a humongous run-up in all these hospital stocks. In the hospitality
Hotels.
stock, the hotel stocks. So our preferred picks remains with the large cap and the strong stocks like Indian hotels. Still, we can expect 15 to 20% from this level, and also uh, uh, Lemon Tree hotels. These are going to be our preferred picks in the hotel space is concerned.
Okay. Now, of course, when there is demand for hospitality, there are several other sectors also that start to move. Of course, tourism will be another space. We've been seeing even easy trip planners buzz in action today. Similar stocks in focus. Do you think the tourism, the travel space is something that investors should look at?
Yeah, Sakshi, the demand is increasing at this point of time also. As you mentioned, like easy trip planners and also stocks like International Travel House, this stock has been buzzing today. So the stocks which are related to travel and tourism are buzzing at this point of time. The robust demand is going to continue in the coming quarters also till this year end. And that shows, Sakshi, we should not ignore the strength in the economy. That the strength is truly translating, and we can witness all these stocks at this point of time.
Okay. Then of course the allied services also start to pick up pace once there is demand for hospitality. Of course, QSR space will be in focus. The food delivery platforms, they also can be in focus. Liquor consumption is expected to increase. So the liquor focused stocks can also be in focus. Which of the allied services space are you more bullish on at this point in time? Fundamentally as well as with this momentum?
Yeah, Sakshi, with respect to the QSR is concerned, there are casual dining and also the quick service restaurants are concerned. QSR, our preferred pick remains Westlife. Okay, the stock has run up a lot in the recent past, and all these stocks are fully priced in. But they still can deliver mid-teen kind of returns from this level. We can expect 15-20% returns from this level also. So investors with a long-term horizon, definitely they can buy these stocks at every dip. We can mention on your screen, Westlife has rallied quite a lot in the recent past. So any dip in these kind of stocks, investors can chip in into these stocks for a longer term horizon.
Okay, Westlife is going to be in focus. Remember, Westlife is the master franchise for McDonald's in India, and the stock is in focus in trade today as well. Apart from this, do you think food delivery space stocks like Zomato could also be in focus? We've already seen the 100 rupee mark is out, and from the 40 rupees odd levels, the stock has run up 60 odd % on a year-to-date basis. Even at these levels, would you still suggest that it is a buy?
Sakshi, with respect to Zomato is concerned, I don't buy and jump and buy at this point of time. I'll still wait for the stock to deliver much more confidence in terms of numbers. Of course, we are getting feelers from the management with respect to their profitability is concerned. But if the investors have a high risk appetite and they want to take the story in Zomato is concerned, most probably they can start in a very staggered manner. But I don't want to waste complete my gunpowder in a single shot at this point of time. Investing in Zomato at this price level is concerned.
Okay, so we've discussed the hospitality, the tours and travel space, casual dining, food delivery, QSR space as well, and the liquor consumption space, the best spaces here, and the topic suggested by Mr. Patini. Anything else around this theme that you believe I have not discussed that you believe is more promising at this point?
At this point of time, Sakshi, as the theme, the defense is always the key theme going ahead. Whenever I come on your show, I stress to the investors, look at the defense stocks. So there is a lot of action is going to happen once the G20 summit that's going to kickstart in a few days' time. So that is a space one can watch going ahead.
Okay, any particular stock picks? Because we've already seen a sharp run up in most of the stocks from this space, and many are trading at steep valuations now. So anything that has not moved yet where you believe promise can be seen amidst the G20 action and one can still continue to buy?
Yes, actually, always in stock market, the windshield is never clear. We always look into the rear view mirror. But coming to the point, Sakshi, in defense stocks are concerned, HIL remains the top investment theme for the investors. So any dip in stocks like HIL, Garden Reach, even in fact the Cochin Shipyard, and there is a whole lot of stocks are available. Okay, they comes up with steep valuations, but any dip it can be used for the investors to take a fresh entry in the stocks.
Okay. HAL, then the preferred stock from the defense space, discussions around defense expected during G20, and that may continue to have the defense space buzzing for some more time to come in the immediate future as well. Well, many thanks, Mr. Patini, for being with us on the show and discussing all these insights about how should investors be really taking the benefit of the surge in demand amid G20 and the action around cricket as well going forward from here. We'll continue to discuss more themes with you going forward into the next few sessions or shows that we host with you too. But the markets currently still subdued, about 38 points lower at 19,309. 70 point of a cut for the Sensex. It's back above the 65,000 mark. But volatility clearly ticking in as we inch closer to the series expiry in today's trading action, and that has been expected too. Well, apart from this, what you should also get ready is for our special series, that's Market Masters, where market gurus reveal their investment strategies for a winning portfolio. Join us on the coming Monday, that's 21st of August. Join us on this coming Monday, and also with the Tahir Badshah, President and CIO Invesco Mutual Funds, to get his market insights and in-depth market analysis. You can also send us your queries to us on this number on 7303080488. Importantly, we'll also have to keep an eye out on the Adani Group stocks again today. Fresh allegations now emerging. OCCRP has alleged that Mauritius-based opaque funds have invested millions of dollars